realize that we all have several layers to ourselves, just like roses have petals. And as we go through life, those layers get created and form our identities. And I had my fair share of going through difficulties in life. I was living my perfectly planned life with daily business, weekly sports and activities, social commitments, when completely out of nowhere, stage 3 cancer showed up at my doorstep. As you can imagine, it must have been a traumatic experience for me and my family. How ready was I for that? Financially speaking, I was prepared. I had spent years planning, saving, and investing for precisely moments like these. But mentally and emotionally, I was not prepared at all. Going through chemotherapy treatments, within months, I had lost over 10 kilograms. So how do you think a financially cautious person such as myself would have handled a situation like that? I don't think you'll ever guess. Because I ended up going on luxury shopping sprees, buying expensive clothes and shoes and accessories, and yes, let's not forget about all the jewelry that I purchased. I was spending money for size 0 Anna as if there is no tomorrow. Even though in the back of my mind I knew that eventually I will probably gain the weight back, complete the treatments, and probably not get fit into those clothes. Even though in the back of my mind I knew that eventually I would complete the treatments, probably gain the weight back, and most likely not fit into these clothes. But still, it's as if I completely lost my rational mind. So battling cancer became my new job and my new identity for a while. And it opened my eyes to many new truths that I will carry with myself for the rest of my life. After winning the cancer battle and slowly coming back to my usual self, I've come to realize that I had to be taken to the edge of my life to learn to embrace my emotions, to recognize and to be in tune with my inner feelings and thoughts, to figure out who I really am. What's my purpose in life? Why was I put on this earth? And most importantly, what will my legacy be? Cancer was the way the universe told me to go back to my roots and re-examine myself, to re-examine my fundamental values and beliefs. And the shopping spree experience was a big learning curve for me to recognize that our choices and decisions are very often based on our emotional needs. So what have I learned from this experience, and how have I changed? Going through cancer experience has made me into a sensitive person. I've learned to appreciate my life more deeply. More importantly, I've learned to value my time, to cherish each moment here and now, to not put things off for another day because there may not be another day, to choose to be happy and healthy every single day. Believe it or not, going through cancer experience has made me into a happier person. Now, I notice all the beauty and simplicity of life all around me. Everything seems brighter and more vibrant, the trees look taller and the leaves look greener, and the flowers seem beautiful and more rich in color. All those months of chemotherapy treatments and hospital visits made me very sensitive to other people's pain. And this added yet another, more profound layer to my identity. And also those months of chemotherapy treatments coincided with the end of 44-day war in 2020. And this is when I came up with a charity initiative of establishing the Thrive Armenia Foundation to work with people in need, offering educational programs, renovating schools and facilities, and bettering the lives of people in Armenia's villages. Bettering the lives of people in Armenia's villages. It took over 20 years to finally figure out my true self. And because of that, today I choose to live my life to the best of my abilities. And because of that, today I choose to live my life to the best of my abilities, because I owe it to myself. In other words, it took over 20 years and a life-threatening illness in order for me to finally wake up and smell those roses, just like my professor had told me so many years ago. My life changed forever when I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. My life changed forever when I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. But it also changed for the better. It's as if the old Anna died and the new, more grateful and more sensitive and happier Anna emerged. Someone very close to me made an observation that I had changed a lot since cancer. So much so that as if I had transformed into a completely different person. But you know what I think? The real me was always there inside, waiting for the right moment to be released. But you know what I think? The real me was always there inside, waiting for the right moment to be unleashed. So today, I'm proud of all of my layers. I'm content that on the one hand, I can be a high-ranking officer of a Fortune 500 company, and yet on the other hand, I can be a simple tennis instructor concurrently. Today, I choose to identify first as a mom and wife, a person with a strong sense of empathy for other people, who happens to be a financial consultant, who happens to love playing tennis and skiing, dancing, adventure, and let's not forget my love for finance. I've come to appreciate all of my layers and not limit my identity to just one. In nature, there is no flower with one petal, just like there are no human beings with one layer. So when I look at all of you here today, do you know what I see? I see a beautiful garden that's blooming. So my dears, embrace your petals. Humankind needs blooming gardens of rich flowers. And remember to stop and smell the roses.